competitive World Cup ever. Do you agree? Is this the most competitive field we've ever seen at this tournament?
Yes, but I also can agree with Ale with his comments about, it has to be proven on the field. I do think that a lot of the teams have caught up and have, ability to be technical and to create upsets, because we've seen that against us the last year. So I'm excited to see what every team can bring. There are a lot of options for teams who can become champions, not only with us, but you have Germany, you have Spain, you have Brazil, who are looking great, who have England, who won the Euros. So you have a lot of competitive teams that can create those upsets that Ale was talking about.
All right, Ali, as we look at the odds to win the tournament, the odds makers have England installed as the biggest threat to overtake the United States. Do you agree?
Yeah, you have a team, England, who have just won the Euros and who has been playing brilliantly throughout the last couple of years. They've really strengthened their squad. Their technical ability and their athleticism has definitely progressed.
Do you think England and the United States stack up?
Oh, my days, Sammy. Honestly, this is the question that keeps me up at night, especially when I was trying to fill out my bracket for this tournament, because do you lean on what history suggests? And that is that the USA know how to win World Cups. And when I was speaking to Kelly O'Hara, I made the comparison of the USA in World Cups being like Real Madrid in the Champions League. There's just something that switches on, that they know how to win at all costs. They have that mentality. And everyone talks about the pressure that all these debutantes are going to face. There's 14 of them. Are they ready for it? And looking at all of them, Sophia Smith, I think, answered it perfectly yesterday in the press conference, where she said, all we know is pressure. We were born into this. When they put on that U.S. women's national team kit, they only know winning. It's almost like us in Jamaica when Usain Bolt wins a gold medal. If he doesn't break a record while he's doing it, it's almost like, okay, I guess it was okay. USA only knows gold, and they know how to win big. But then you do know that I also cover the Lionesses as well, and the growth that I have seen them have over the last year under Serena Vigman is just absolutely unbelievable. I think they're playing with a lot more confidence, a lot more physicality as well. And yes, they are without some big name injuries like Leah Williamson, their usual captain, Beth Mead, another prolific goal scorer. But they have two very big keys, I think, to winning this World Cup. One, they're like Manchester City in club football. They have such a deep squad. They're without Leah Williamson, but they do have someone really experienced who can lead to, like Lucy Bronze. She's been through a number of World Cups. She's suffered heartbreak, but she's also suffered jubilation in winning the Euros. She's now recently won the Champions League. They want a prolific goal scorer. Well, they've got Alessia Russo. She links up really well with Ella Toone. And they've also got Lauren James, who is an absolute boss, and she has been coming off a great season at Chelsea. And then they have a manager in Serena Vigman who knows how to use these players tactically to an amazing degree. Serena Vigman, I think, is probably England's biggest weapon. She has to be in that top two of best managers of women's national teams right now in the world. Her tactical ability, her ability to bring on the right substitutions at the right time, I think definitely shows why she was able to win back-to-back Euros and why she definitely has an eye on this World Cup.
It sounds like Alexis is making a case for England. That's what it sounded like.
Hey, we got to get it from somewhere on this.
I'm just saying, there was some love for the United States, but a lot of love for England.
England, the defending European champs. Of course, the United States, the defending world champs. We just saw they are the odds makers' favorite, Ali. Do you agree? Are the Americans, despite all the growth from all the other teams in this world, are they still the favorites heading into the tournament in your eyes?
Yes, absolutely. And it's not just because I played for the national team for years, but I can see the mentality and the versatility within our team. We are missing a few key players, obviously, through injury. But the versatility in our attacking players is what's really going to kind of separate us from the rest of the teams. And I think that is something that we haven't really spoken about, and that's going to be key throughout, hopefully, this seven-game tournament. But the mentality is second to none. I mean, we always are willing to roll our sleeves up and get after it. And just like Sophia said, we thrive under the pressure and we thrive in that environment. And the only concern I might have for the younger players is that they haven't initially been in that environment, or a lot of them haven't been in that environment. It's not just about playing in front of however many fans, but it's about staying in the bubble. It's about being in the hotel nonstop. It's about the whole recovery process. It's the time change. It's the weather. So there's a lot of other factors, but you can guarantee that the mentality and the versatility will be there throughout the entire tournament.
Current NWSL defender with Gotham FC, so you know what it's like to have to deal with Trinity Rodman. What's that matchup like?
Yeah, she's a pure athlete. She is very technical. She's very fast. And usually I don't struggle too often chasing down forwards. But with her, it's definitely a full task. And she's very dynamic. She likes to cut inside. She can dribble as fast as she can run with the ball. So it's definitely, you need to be on your best against her and make sure that she's in your back pocket, because if not, she can definitely do some damage. So it's been really incredible to see her thrive on the biggest stage. And I think at this tournament, this is going to be a chance for her to really prove herself, like she said in her interview, and really become that Trinity Rodman that she really wants to become. And if there's any stage to do it, it's definitely here.
Hold on. Did you notice how Ali was very clear to say, I don't struggle against men?
Hey.
I still got it.
That gives us the context we need to know just how much of a handful Trinity Rodman is. Of course, Alexis, you've been with the team the last 4 or 5 days. I wonder if you're hearing any of the echoes of confidence from the rest of the players, like we just heard there from Trinity Rodman.
Yeah, massively, Sebi. I think when we're talking about the two most talked about names for this new generation of U.S. women's national team players, right up there with Trinity Rodman is Sophia Smith. Both of them link up very well when they play together, but Sophia Smith, it was absolutely brilliant to get a chance to catch up with her yesterday and have a one-on-one, because the confidence that she plays with is just almost Zlatan Ibrahimovic-esque.
Alexis said, that mentality is there, and it's not a cocky way to approach this tournament. It's just that confidence that they've been building the past few years just to get into the squad. And she's proven herself season after season that she's been in the NWSL. Now I think she even has 10, 11 goals. And she's leading the NWSL as of right now for a second Golden Boot. So she's, or MVP. So it's incredible to see her so young and so talented, but so willing to really step up on this global stage and make an impact, not only in the squad, but in this tournament and around the world, to really prove herself. And this is, she's going to be a key player for us. We want her in and around the box every single chance we get, and she will create opportunity after opportunity for us.
Sophia Smith, then definitely one of the more exciting young players, not just on this U.S. team, but in the tournament. All right, Alexis, I know there's a crazy time difference, so we got to let you go. But before we do, let's get to your picks. Why don't you walk us through your brackets? You had some homework.
Yes, I did have some homework, and this kept me up at night in the round of 16 matchups. I, of course, have the USA going through ahead of Italy, and then hopefully meeting against Norway in that one. Spain, I got a lot of time for Spain, and I'm anticipating a quarterfinals of Spain against the Netherlands. And then I'm actually going to go with La Roja to beat the Netherlands and go into a juicy semifinal with the USA.
All right, what about the other side of the bracket?
For the other side of the bracket now, Australia-Denmark, that's going to be a juicy matchup. And then Brazil-South Korea, hopefully we see that happen. And I'm going to go with the Brazilians up against one of the co-hosting countries, Australia. And then England to get past Ireland in the round of 16. Germany-France, man, that is a matchup worthy of a final. But I'm going with the Germans because they are a well-oiled machine. And France, we never know what we'll get. So Australia against England in the semifinals. We call it the Ashes in cricket. It may be the Ashes in football as well, and we'll see what happens. That's my pick.
All right. What about the Final Four?
Oh, the Final Four. USA, Spain. I'm going with the USA. I mean, the USA definitely, as we keep talking about, have the mentality to get all the way to the final, which is why I have them there. England, you know they were my favorites. So they jumped back to second favorites now that I spent time with the USA. They're kind of still my favorites. But USA, England, let's give the people what they want. Everyone wants that matchup again. But I'm going to go with the USA to win the final, do the three-peat. Let's all have fireworks, go wild, go back to every state and have a parade. Hope you guys invite me.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.